Hey, corn folk, welcome back. Got ourselves a box of nickels here. We're gonna take a look at it, see what we might be able to find. Looking for all the good stuff, varieties, hairs, silver, buffalo. Get a little foreign sprinkled in here and there. As long as we got the hunt, we'll be happy. And we do. Definitely a hunt. Sweet. Let's go. Well, we wrapped up our first 10 rolls of nickels here. We had a couple with some pretty decent sized die chips. I think this one's a 2017, a little tarnished up. I don't know what happened to it exactly. And then this one was 2020. Both Phillies. But then we had a few older finds here. I had a Philly. We had a 40, a 46, and a 49. Denver's a 41, a couple 55s, and a 58. Some honorable mentions. We had our first Canadian, 1996. And this one I pulled out just because it's I know it's not super old, it's not super crazy, but it's just nicer. A 1979 in decent shape, so don't necessarily find them in great shape nowadays, so I figure we pour out and savor it and jump back into the next 10 rolls. So I'll be back and let you know what we get. Well, we wrapped up our second set of 10 rolls here. We had quite a few older finds. We had a 39, a 40, a couple 46s, a 52, and a 56, all out of Philly. No Hennings, no varieties, unfortunately, but a couple older coins, a 54 and a 58 out of Denver, and one out of San Francisco, 1940. And then we had a few other finds. We had 85 Canadian, 2009 Denver, a couple 2024 Phillies, and just a couple nicer older ones we pulled out. Not super crazy, but an 88 and a 67. We'll be holding on to those and getting this album together sooner or later. But for now, I just keep sticking them all in a bowl until I get I meant to buy an album at this last show. I just forgot all about it. But one of these days, we'll get there. All right, next 10 rolls coming up. Well, we've been through our next set of 10 rolls here. We got a bunch out of Philly here, out of this group of rolls. We got a 40, a 41, a 42 type 1, unfortunately. 49, which is toasted. 54 and a 59. Nothing out of Denver. We did have a 54 San Francisco, and it's not showing it up in here very well, but it's got some kind of cool, like golden kind of color toning to it. Pretty cool looking. Or, I guess, the usual Canadian. We've had one out of every set of rolls so far, and we had another 24 Philly out of the set. So, not too bad. Still no silver, but we're going to keep on looking, see what we can get. Let's go. Well, the fourth set of 10 rolls didn't produce quite as much here. We got a couple beat up early Phillies, a 39 and another type 2 42. Out of Denver, we had one 1940 and a couple 54s. And that was it out of that 10 rolls. So maybe we were just saving up so we could make a splash in this last 10. So let's go find out. Well, we started off with some big old die tips. Might as well end with one. Our last set of rolls here, we got this one here with a pretty giant, it's fairly shallow but super long die chip. Beehive die chip on the side of the building. And then we also had this one here. It's got a little struck through rim bird. That's about as much as we found as far as air type stuff. Nothing super exciting out of the box. We did have a few more older finds. This 39 Philly would have been great if it was one of the varieties. It's in pretty decent shape, really, for being out in circulation. I'm sure it sat in somebody's album for a while or something, because it's in pretty darn good shape. So we'll gladly take that. We also had a 51 and a 52 out of Philly, one more of the 54 Denvers and one 1940 out of San Francisco. A little honorable mention, a very nice 1970 Denver. And then we pulled both a Philly and a Denver 24 out of the last 10 rolls. So, not the greatest hunt, but also not the worst. Lots of older finds, a couple of the newer kind of chase kind of coins with the 24, so we'll take that. And we had a decent little handful of just kind of not super old, but definitely coins that you don't find in good shape, like this one here. So we'll gladly take that. And going to be moving on probably to some halves next. I'm kind of excited. You'll have to stay tuned for the video, but I'm hopeful at least. I guess I shouldn't say excited. I'm hopeful at this point, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll see you over there, folks. But for now, we're done. See you later.